Alright, today is June 12th, I believe. It is Tuesday, and we just got back from Holden Beach yesterday. Got sunburned. Some of us look like lobsters, and some of us don't so much. My shoulders are all red, and they've been hurting and all that good stuff that comes along with sunburns. No blisters or anything like that for me. But my kids got tanned, and my wife got burnt, and she'll probably tan after that. But what I wanted to talk about in this vlog is something that just happened the other day, I believe, while we were down in North Carolina. Here in the state of Ohio, texting while driving has been outlawed. So, that brings me to the question, are teenage girls going to choose texting over driving? I mean, I'd just give up driving and just text. You know, I'm kidding. They'll probably just pull over every 5 seconds when they go to text back. But what about reading texts while driving? You're not texting back, but you're reading text. Or what about watching YouTube videos while you drive? Or checking your bank account while you're driving? Or using your phone for anything other than calling someone while you're driving? Or, you know, when you're calling someone, you could be seen by a police officer and they could think you're texting and pull you over. But what if you have to go through the whole thing of that I was making a phone call, I had to choose the number. But then what about talking while driving? I know for a lot of truckers it's been outlawed, so they can't be on a cell phone while they're driving. But what if something comes up and you have to get directions, but you're on like a 4-lane highway and there is only emergency stopping? It's not an emergency if you need directions, so you can't pull over. But yet, if you don't know where you're going, you're just going farther and farther. Is that just going to be what they're going to say, too bad, it's inconvenience, you should have known where you were going? You know, then that just can't be avoided sometimes. So, what about all these other things that people do while driving with the cell phone? Now, whether, you know, texting while driving, and they're going to have to get really specific if they're going to say no game playing while driving, no checking the internet on your phone while driving, no watching YouTube videos, no bank accounts, nothing like that. What if you're FaceTiming with somebody while you're driving? If you don't know what FaceTiming is, then you probably don't have the newer iPhones. Or iPads. Some of the iPads do it now, too. So, that is my little kind of question series of questions for the day about all of the new technology that we keep coming up with. And the hands-free devices, yeah, but a lot of people just don't use them because, I don't know, it's kind of a hassle. I've tried it before, but I don't really like it. So, I don't really use the phone that much either, though. I don't call people very often. And if I do, it's only for like a minute or less. Other than that, it's texting or emailing. More texting than anything else. But I have texted while driving in the past. I have not broken the law yet. I don't think I will. Because I can just glance at it and I can address it later on, or at a stoplight. But that's another thing. If you're at a stoplight, you're not driving, you're not moving, you're just waiting. Can you text while you're at a stoplight? Or, well, you should be able to text while you're parked somewhere, of course. I wonder if they're going to put in a bunch of like stopping points along the roads now where people are texting. They'll be pulling over, like, you know, every 15 feet trying to text people back. Take a long time to get somewhere. So what do you think about the whole texting while driving being outlawed, and what do you think about the other things that people do on their phones while driving? Watching videos or checking their bank accounts, or, you know, whatever else people do on their phones. Checking Craigslist or eBay or something. Because that's not texting while driving, not texting anybody, but then also making phone calls. You know, what if you gotta type in the number, or you gotta look for the person? You get pulled over for that, thinking that you're texting. And then they can't prove that you were texting. They can just say you were doing something that looked like texting, but you could say that you were calling someone, you were selecting their number. There's going to be a whole bunch of, you know, trouble come along with all that. But, you know, I said the drawbacks, the pros and cons and all that. Of course, less people will die because of texting while driving, as long as people adhere to the law. But I think what people are going to do is they're just going to be more conscientious. I can't say it. They're going to be more of that than they were before, especially watching for police. They'll just hold their phone a little bit lower, they'll glance down, they'll tap, they'll learn a little bit more where the keys are, autocorrect is there. I think it may stop some people or slow some people down, they won't do it as much, but then other people are just going to find more crafty ways of doing it without getting caught. Because necessity, not really, well, necessity is the something for invention. That's what they say. So, root of all evil? No, that's not it. But when you need something, people tend to develop something to fill that need. Even though texting while driving is not a need, but it's something people really want to do. But it's dangerous, so don't do it. And it's against the law, in Ohio, at least. Yeah, so there's that. This is almost 6 minutes, so I think I'm going to go. I got to work tonight, so I'm going to get some sleep. But answer some of those questions in the comments section below. In the doobly-doo, whatever you want to call it. Well, doobly-doo, that's the description. Just forget what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyways, do you have any questions about that? What are your concerns about the new texting while driving laws? Where could that lead us? What kind of laws could come into play after this? Is this restricting the American freedom stuff? What about smoking while driving? Lighting cigarettes, smoking, putting the ashes down, messing around with the cigarettes. What about drinking soda or eating? I know you're not supposed to do those things, but is there really a law that says you cannot do that? What about whatever else you do while driving that you're not supposed to do, putting makeup on or shaving on the way to work? I've never done that. I've seen it in movies on TV and whatever. Changing clothes while driving. Promiscuous acts while driving. That's illegal. Indecent exposure, I believe. Anyways, what do you think about that stuff? Let me know. I'm going to bed. I will talk to you all sometime later.